Hi there. Right, just a short one today, I think. Got an hour or so to mess around in the garage. Plan today is to brace up the front door with a bit of on-car welding, and then maybe chop out some of the tie plate within the engine, if I get time to do that. Just a little bit of progress, got about an hour or so. Just start chipping away at things. I've had a few useful comments over the past week or so, explaining that bolt really shouldn't be there, and when I say that bolt, the bolt on the tie plate extension there, it should be a weld. So I'm just going to cut this area out and probably start that as my templating point. It will give me a radius at least for the inner domed wing here, and it will also help me then get the angle right to line up with everything else here. So I can then also put the tie plate through, that can line up with the chassis rail, and also it has the engine mounting holes here too, so that's also another location that can give me some kind of gauge as to where the domed inner wing should sit. It's the domed inner wing that gives me the most amount of concern, simply because it's very three-dimensional. And that needs to tie up with the front and the back, and also the A post. So yeah, a bit of messing around. Oh, and look, a torch so I can see my welds a little bit better. So that's exciting. Yeah, so I'll probably just cut away to where I'm getting in the steel rods. I had them delivered the other week. I intend on bracing them from just above the lower hinge all the way to here. I don't know if it will need bracing into the floor pan or anything like that. I'll see how we get on, but at least it's geometry set in one plane, and then if I need to come in the other way I can. So yeah, that's the plan. Not too much. I will be taking the chairs and combustible items away, and that's the dog woofing. And there's another dog woofing. Yes, you. Yep, okay, I'm going to sort that out now. Alright, just sanded off some paint to allow me to get the rod in. I've cut that somewhere. Oh, anyway, there's a rod somewhere that I've cut to length, and just be tack welding that into place hopefully. So this is the start of me actually welding on the car for the first time. I've practiced a little bit further. We'll just see how we get on. Let's just hope I don't butcher it. So I'm pretty pleased I've managed to get that rod on. Nothing's caught fire. I haven't burnt holes in anything. I mean, no awards obviously, but it's on. It's holding. So now I'm pleased with that. It's a small achievement, but a big one for me. So I think I'm going to spend a bit of time carefully cutting out this rusty part here, and then maybe think about tacking one or two bits or pieces on, just to start making progress and putting it back together, rather than moaning about how it's falling to pieces all the time. So I'll keep you updated. Once I've cut something out and there's something to look at, I'll bring you back in. So just to bring you in closely, started cutting out gently. I've cut through it. I mean, really not really cutting. You can see it's falling to pieces. This area was loose anyway. Some other comments were helpful and suggested that these shouldn't be bolted, they should be welded. You can see there's been numerous plates installed, quite thick steel here. Probably not particularly rusty, but I can't really see a way of getting all of this cut out and replaced without taking this out, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep chipping away gently at it, trying to keep as much in as I can. But like I say, the whole thing's being replaced. So as long as I get that A post located correctly, and I don't know what that was, and I don't lose all of my guides here, then I should be okay. it could well be famous last words. So I'll keep chipping away gently and keep you posted. Okay, so I've cut out a lot more of the tyre plate, and you can see how incredibly rusty it is through here. You know, I really don't think I had a choice but to take this all out. So my next plan is to cut out the rest of the tyre plate, which is underneath this extension piece here. So if I cut into that corner gently, because I don't want to start cutting into the chassis leg, I should then be able to gently take out that piece. I will need to drill out some spot welds, I think, because it seems to be braced along the side here. So I need to unstitch all this and get this front piece off really. So that will involve quite a bit of drilling out. But once that's done, I'll then be able to template or use the panel. I mean, I paid for a quality panel, so hopefully the pressing's half decent. I should then be able to use the engine mount positions to then template things through. We will just have to see, won't we? Straight away I've noticed I've got this piece of metal here, which I don't think my tyre plate has, so maybe there's some adjustments needed already. So there you go, such fun. Looks like it's been bent, to be honest with you. Oh, I don't know. So I'll have a closer look at all this and then see what we can do to line stuff up. I don't really think I'm going to have a chance to weld anything into place or even tack it in, but we'll see how we get on. Really pleased I did that, because I've managed to get the tyre plate out now. Looks pretty crusty under there, doesn't it? How crusty, I don't know. I think I'm going to struggle to do much more without a decent drill bit to start unpicking this a little bit. But I do think there's a bit of work to be done here. I mean, not tons. I'm quite relatively pleased with how it's all gone. I don't think it's to be expected. Let's get that bolt out of there. There you go. But it's interesting. I might just for fun line up the new plate just to see how it sits. I'm not going to cut any more out, I don't think. This is actually surprisingly stiff still, which is encouraging. Not because I'm keeping it, but it just means that I've got something to template against, I suppose. And then I can continue cutting the rest out. Yeah, a bit of work in that corner there. Needed doing. So we'll do it. So only a short one really, and we'll see how we get on during the week.